It was a Good Friday in 1028, and silence and reflection gripped Florence as John Gualbert walked the streets, consumed by the pain of losing his brother, murdered days earlier. Driven by a desire for justice, he looked for the culprit, determined to confront him. In that moment, something changed in John, and inspired by the example of Christ, he chose forgiveness over revenge. This gesture marked the beginning of a personal transformation. Soon after this episode, John went to a nearby church. Before the cross, he asked for strength to start over. This was the starting point of a path dedicated to forgiveness and reconciliation. In time, John Gualbert entered a monastery and began to follow the rule of Saint Benedict. His presence inspired other monks, and accounts attributed to him gifts such as prophesying and performing healings. In 1035, after the death of the abbot, John was chosen to lead the monastery. However, upon discovering irregularities in the choice of the new abbot, he resigned the position, maintaining his integrity. After leaving the monastery, John retired to the Vallombrosa region in the Apennine Mountains. Thus, a new religious community was born, which would later be recognized as the Order of the Benedictine monks of Vallombrosa, faithful to the Benedictine's rules. His life is a testimony to the power of forgiveness and personal transformation. By forgiving his enemy, John paved the way for a life of service to the Church and society. The Commission's report on the implementation of the European Social Fund, ESF, is a good example of how the European Social Fund can help to improve the quality of life of people in the European Union. If this story about St. John of Gaunt brought you new perspectives or touched you in any way, please leave a like. This helps us bring more relevant content to other people. John Gualbert died on July 12, 1073, and was canonized in 1193. In 1951, Pope Pius XII proclaimed him patron saint of forestry, recognizing his connection to nature and concern for environmental preservation. John Gualbert's legacy invites us to reflect on forgiveness, truth, and justice. In times of conflict, he reminds us that love and mercy are possible and necessary paths. May his example inspire us to promote peace in our relationships and communities. If you are not already subscribed to the Aurora Veritatis channel, subscribe to follow more stories and reflections. See you next time.